Hello lovely mamas and papas, Mama Manon here. I have a question for you. Have you ever realized that depending on how you feel in the moment, you can have a positive reaction or a more negative reactions to your child's behavior? I'm going to give you an example. Sometimes at bedtime, I turn the lights off and my daughter Ayo, who's 4.5 years old, she will just lie down across the pillow instead of lying down the right way. If I'm in a bad mood in that moment, or if I'm exhausted, or if I feel triggered by her behavior, I will tend to interpret her behavior as she's being defiant, she's trying to annoy me, right? And I will get angry at her, right? But if I'm in a good mood, if I'm feeling a bit playful, I will interpret her behavior as, oh, she's inviting me to connect, to play with her, right? And then I will be playful with her. See how this is the same behavior, but I've got a different interpretation depending on how I feel in the moment. And therefore I have a different response to her behavior. Can you relate to that? I think it's very important for us to own our mood in any kind of interaction with our child, right? We need to remember that children are wired to connect with us. It is for them a survival mechanism that is deeply ingrained in them to stay attached and bonded to us, right? So more often than not, their behavior will be an invitation to connect with us. And I know sometimes it doesn't look like it. It feels annoying, or it's very clumsy, it's not practical, it's not at a good time, and we feel annoyed. But we need to realize that this is the best they can do in that moment to invite us to connect with us. So my daughter lying across the pillow is an invitation to connect deeper with me, to have a minute of fun. Right? So here's my invitation to you. When your child is doing something that you feel a bit annoyed or irritated by, I invite you to pause and check how you're feeling in that moment. And you might notice that you're a bit stressed, or you're trying to rush, or you're exhausted, and therefore you are interpreting your child's invitation to connect as he's defiant, or he's annoying, he's trying to make my life difficult, right? I think it's essential in order to nurture a relationship with our child that we own how we are feeling. Because when we don't do that, we will tend to blame our child for our response. We'll tell him, oh, you make me feel mad, you're doing this, you're annoying, and you're making me angry. Nope. Instead, we want to check in and realize, oh, okay, she's probably trying to connect with me. But I find that super annoying right now because I am stressed and I'm trying to rush, or because I'm exhausted. Right? And then I can communicate that to her. I can tell her, oh, sweetheart, I see you want me to connect with you and play. And right now I'm rushing, so it's a bit hard for me to do so. Do you feel the difference? Do you see how in that last example, I'm really owning my mood, and I'm not trying to make my child feel bad for trying to connect with me, which she's wired to do, right? And the funny thing is that I find often that after owning my mood and verbalizing it, telling her how I feel, something shifts and I'm able to give her the 30 seconds or 1 minute of connection that she needs. Because it doesn't need to be long, right? 30 seconds or a minute is often enough to give them that connection that they need. So for example, with my daughter lying on the pillow instead of on the bed, I will pretend to lie on her, pretending that she's a pillow, and comment on how uncomfortable this pillow is and why is it moving so much, and oh, it's my pillow talking now. And After that, I'm able to invite her to lie down in the right way, which she's usually willing to do because she's feeling connected again. Do I always manage to do that? No. Sometimes the annoyance gets me too quickly. But once again, I can own my response and tell her later, sorry, I got annoyed. You wanted to play with me and I couldn't see that because I was exhausted and stressed. I'm sorry. Right? So keep checking in. Mama, keep checking within yourself, increasing your self-awareness, right? And remember that when your child is doing something that is annoying, it might very likely be an invitation to connect with you. And it could only take a few seconds of connection to fill up his cup. You've got this. You're amazing. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Take care.